If it is not working, I'm just gonna replace it. Okay, the very first thing, and this is my personal experience, is I always have two. I always have two virtual assistants with me. Even having kids, I have two kids. Because one kid, there's no leverage. Okay, there's no leverage. With VA, my theory is always have to have a minimum of two because they will help balance each other out. A lot of time, especially if you have two women, I'm just saying, right? They usually will compete with each other. So you don't actually have to make sure that they do well. They will make sure that they do well, very well. And I observed that very, very well. That's number one. That's what I would do. Save me a lot of headaches, right? Number two is create a bonus structure. If you really do not want them to go, right, and you have a hard time letting them go, maybe create like a small bonus structure, like a $5 or $10, and say if you show up on time every single day, even though that's not what you're supposed to do, right? But one thing I would do is if you show up every day on time, maybe I'll give you another $5 or $10 at the end of the week, right? As a bonus to encourage them to do the right thing. It's from the book Well Done, right? Focusing on what they are doing well, and then you just kind of bonus them on it. So I would say those are the kind of the two things I would do. For me, I know that I spoke with you before. I usually just wanted to let them go. Number three is really sit down with them and asking them why. Try to find the pattern. Why are they not showing up on time, right? Is it a personal issue? Right? Is it or is it because you are really too nice? That's why they are not showing up. Really find out the why and then fix that. Why are they, not showing up? Why are they late and things like that? And, personal experience, right? This is what Dr. Benjamin Hardy also said. Lesson is repeated until it is learned. I'm really curious about, why, also like why are, your VAs constantly have similar patterns? Is it something that you kind of need to learn and really enforce it so that they don't do it again? Because in my business, in my company, I don't really have anybody that's late, because if they know that they're late, they know that they're out. And we will have a really honest conversation with them and tell them that this is a big no-no. And we do not mind letting them go. And they are aware of that. There's a couple things we can do to fix, right? One is you can get them to come into our Zoom room. We do have a Zoom room that is host for all the VAs. So they can be on Zoom the whole day. So if they fall asleep, somebody can wake them up because they're on camera. So we can see that they're falling asleep and like, hey, wake up, shake your body out, get some coffee, right? Come back to work. That'll be one of them. But the truth is, all the people that, have passed the testing period that's working with us right now, we rarely find anyone that is falling asleep during our shift at this moment. Like that is really not the norm. I know two of the VAs that we have, because they have children and they have to wake up really early to take care of the kids, we do allow them to take a 2-hour break. So during the 2-hour break, they will actually go take a nap and then literally wake up after the nap and then do another 4-hour shift. So it's 4 hours for them. But I would strongly suggest if they are like, oh man, I'm falling asleep, I don't know what's going on, I will put them on Zoom 8 hours. But again, that's me, because I'm very forceful. To a certain extent, I'm very clear with what I want, right? And they know that if it is not working, I'm just gonna replace it. So that's me, right? That's me. I replace if it doesn't work with me. But again, I would suggest maybe test out, two, right? So that they know. I mean, I think that the very leveraging point is that they know that you will not let them go, even if they fall asleep, even if they don't show up. Even you're like that really good mama that every kids want. No matter what they do, they will never get the spank on, And I'm kind of like the Asian mom that, I'm just gonna spank the kids if they don't do well. I don't spank them all the time, but I always threaten them that I will spank them. I think maybe I spank them maybe a couple times, but they know, they know that I will spank them if they are really bad.